Max, well, congratulations on a mega win today. How satisfying is it, not just this race win, but the way you've performed all weekend long?
Yeah, it's been for us an incredible weekend. We really maximized all the results. I think today in the race what was key was just that first stint. Charles was of course battling with Lando, and that's where I could pull the gap, because I think as soon as Lando was in clean air it was very evenly matched, or he was slightly faster. And we basically managed the gap till the end, but it was not super easy. I mean, maybe it looked easy on the TV, but time management was tough today. Also with the wind, every lap, you could expect something different. So to be consistent, in that race to be consistent was quite tough. But we managed to pull it off.
Yeah, it was just tough to follow. Of course, you could overtake, and just wasn't easy. The Ferrari was very quick in the high speed. And really, that's where you got to follow, through sector one to give yourself a chance down the back straight. But I could never stay close enough. Unless I kind of forced something to happen and he could make a little mistake or something. So certainly a little bit harder than I would have liked, but a fair and a tough battle. So enjoyable. I obviously would have liked to have challenged Max, but considering I could barely get past the Ferrari, who wasn't as quick as Max, then I doubt I ever would have been able to get past anyway.
Yeah, I'm happy, but also a bit disappointed to lose second place at the end. But I feel like this is where we belong at the moment, and we did the perfect qualifying and race, and I don't think we can regret anything. I think we were very brave to start on the soft, but I like that because I think we had the right strategy from the beginning. Then others kind of copied, seeing our first stint on the soft, went on the soft later on. But so I think we did a really good job extracting the maximum out of the car, and it was a fun race as well. I really enjoyed the fight with Lando, I made his life a bit more difficult, but at the end he got the better of it.
Yeah, we can definitely take a lot of positives, and just the way we've extracted points this weekend. Given we haven't upgraded the car, we are still somehow just there or thereabouts. And I got a bad start, managed to still get a good turn one, which then recovered the start. And then I was kind of in the fight at the beginning, with nearly got Charles before his stop, and then obviously lost a bit of time there to Lando, and then after my stop I came out so far behind, so the strategy kind of wasn't ideal, but perfect results in terms of points for the team.
Yeah, obviously Max is closing in, and so is Lando, but the gap's not been comfortable at any point this year, really. Obviously it's been a little bit bigger at certain points, but at no point has it felt like I could relax or sit back. So my mentality hasn't changed, and it certainly won't now. Just trying to do the best job I can every weekend, and naturally the results will take care of themselves.
Fair reflection.
Yeah, no, I don't know. At the moment, it's like a race to turn one. Qualifying so important. There's no tie deg at the moment, so overtaking is very challenging. I made a good start, but Max covered Lando. I expected Lando to go to the outside to cover Charles, so I stayed on the inside, but Lando didn't move across. He got overtaken. I got blocked in as well, and I got overtaken by Oscar and Lewis. So if I came out of turn one P4, I think I'd have finished P4. If I came out in P3, I think I'd have finished P3. So it's just how it is at the moment.
It was a good start once again, and I think able to attack confidently in the first few laps. Pace was really, really good. Overtake a couple of positions in those laps. I think pace overall was also okay as well. I think second stint I could have done a slightly better job. I think I just slightly over-managed a little bit throughout the stint, but scoring both races throughout this weekend was positive, and that's what I have to do consistently.
Tough day yesterday, kind of a low blow, with that turn one incident, and then that was disappointing. We're determined to bounce back today. Obviously, a little bit of help from Carlos to get a little bit more than 10th. But good race pace. I think clean race, clean execution. So and happy end kind of after all.
I think heading into the weekend, if you told me P9 and P8 in the sprint as well, I would have been very happy. So yeah, on the face of it, good weekend, good points for the team. However, it was clear there was more out there today. Regarding the incident with Yuki, I felt like what he did was very dangerous against the spirit of the regulations and against the spirit of going racing. Actually, this is not how we grow up racing. This is not how we race at this level. Not the way we want to teach people watching, young kids watching, how we should be racing, because you should not move in reaction to other cars, and that's what I felt that he did. Although I avoided a crash, I lost 2 positions, so it's a big shame. Disappointing because there was possibility of more today, at least 8th, if not 7th, because clearly I had more pace than him at that stage. But I feel like he's been doing these desperate moves, in the sprint race. He was dive bombing on the inside, the same in the main race in turn 1. So a lot of risk, and I probably should have left a bit more margin for that type of driving.
Good to score 1 point, obviously, but I don't know. We didn't have the pace, we were slow in the race. We hold the position, and even with 2 DNF in front of us, with the Williams and the Mercedes, we still only finished 10th, starting 10th. So yeah, we need to find a little bit more pace for Mexico.
The start was not amazing, just got boxed at turn 1 and lost a place, which in the end is probably what's cost us a point today. But overall, we weren't really quick enough anyway, to be honest. It's very hard to overtake, and Aston had us basically 1 in front, 1 behind, so they had us, basically had control of us, which was frustrating. I couldn't overtake Fernando, and I was just having to defend from behind. So frustrating race.
Yeah, for sure. It was a fun race, attacking all race, and some good overtakes. So that was fun. We were close to getting points, but did the best we could. It was going to be tricky from where we were starting.
I don't think it was going to make the corner anyway, and I tried to avoid hitting the apex just to give him a bit more space, but I ended up getting taken out, so it's a shame, but yeah, we move forward.
Yeah, I think the incident itself was just a bit of I don't know how it looked, but to me it was just a bit of a awkward, like Oscar in turn 1 and cutting back, and no one's fault, but just I think it was just one of them things. So had a little trip around, did a 360. We were on the hard tyre, and I think it was Isaac, Esteban and myself, and we that tyre that belonged in the truck. So we tried to get rid of it, but effectively by getting rid of it, we were almost a pit stop behind to start the race with. So we recovered quite well actually, and our pace was not bad once we had clear air. But tricky. A weekend to forget for me. Just felt a little bit out of rhythm and never really comfortable with the car, chasing the balance throughout the weekend. And I think in a sprint race weekend, when you need to hit the ground running, I didn't. So hopefully Mexico's a bit smoother.
Very tough afternoon to say the least. I think we got it wrong with the start tire. Really struggled. After the start, I gained 3 or 4 positions in turn 1 and then lost them all in the first couple laps, really, because of sliding and no grip, on that hard tire. And then I think we experimented, me, Isaac and Alex, for everyone else, because everyone else avoided that tire after that. From there on the pace was okay, but we couldn't recover what we lost in that first 25 or 30 laps that we done.
That was the race I expected today. So far this weekend I haven't showed real pace and not great confidence in the car. So yeah, we are not very competitive. Obviously the strategy was betting on a long first stint, hoping for a safety car, but today was a very, very clean race apparently. So yeah, just a very boring race. At least I had fun with Pierre at the end.
Yeah, it was a tricky day out there. I think we just basically struggled for pace in general with this heat. The tires are not really our friend, and we always struggle more than the others in the gradation. So it was a tough day out there. I think was just lacking for pace during the weekend, and this race exaggerated a little bit more our issues.
We ended up touching. I actually didn't see him. I was fighting with the car ahead. I think he touched my rear axle and then he spun. So I don't really know what happened there. And yeah, whatever. But the race was quite boring.
Pole pit stop, no pace on soft. We were behind Lawson, who finished 11th on the medium, was great. But yeah, we'll review with the team a few of the calls we made and yeah, try to work from there.
Yeah, it didn't quite work out the same way that it did with Oli. I felt like at the time I was on a very good pace, very good feeling with the car, and I felt like it was a good opportunity to make a move. Unfortunately, with Kimi, it didn't work out in the same way. I felt like Kimi was quite a bit more aggressive than Oli on the defense and on the turning to the corner, and that kind of scared me at the time, and which forced me to hit the brakes hard to avoid a collision. In the end, it didn't matter because I locked the brakes and I hit him, and we caused an accident. But looks a lot worse from the outside than what it felt from the inside. And yeah, in the end, yeah, it's a shame because we were very quick today.